What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So just a quick update here, really. I've been taking out the seat belts from the car. As you can maybe see, there's nothing there now. I'm not going to show the process of taking them out. I mean, trying to get a camera set up in there while I'm trying to squeeze in behind these stupid seats, and where there's not a lot of room is nigh on impossible. So they're out. In fact, if I spin the camera around now, there you go. So these are the original Corsa seat belts that came out of this vehicle, and the problem we had before, if we remember talking about this, was these tongues here. We didn't have anywhere on these seats for them to clip in. The seats that normally come with a Corsa, the seat belt clips, whatever you want to call them, come attached to the seats, all part of the subframe. Well, because these seats here have obviously got aftermarket subframes on, they don't have that. So we had to find some different ones of these online, and along with some different seat belts. I tried shopping everywhere and measuring these tongues online and matching up something to fit with this, and I couldn't find anything. Somebody will probably instantly come back with, oh yeah, well, you could have got it from here. Well, I couldn't find anything, and I shopped and shopped. So I bought some aftermarket seat belts that came with new seat belt clips. So these tongues on these new seat belts definitely fit in here. Now, what I want to do, as I said before, is I want to send these off and get them trimmed in another colour. Now, I'm not going to tell you what colour at the moment. That's a surprise for when they get back. But for now, what we need to do is we want to get these tongues that fit these seatbelt clips taken off of these old seat belts and put on this set. Because, as I said before, this set here fit neatly. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, if it's going to focus. Sit inside that hole there, inside the B-pillar, whereas the ones before were sitting outside and getting in the way of the MDF flooring and everything that's already in there. So they're going off today. Got a company on the Isle of Wight where I live, called Loz's Customs. They've been fantastic. They've helped me out with a couple of things in the past, and they're going to send them off for me. They've got a company they deal with. I probably could send them off myself, but it's easier to get them to do it. I don't mind supporting a local company. They've been great. They've helped me out with certain bits on the van that I've got, and I hope to get them to do a bit more on this in the future. I'll put a link down in the description, actually, for their business, and I think they have an eBay shop. They sell lots of good stuff, some of the older stuff from the Max Power days, with Max Power on it. They've got all sorts for sale. I mean, the steering wheel that we've got on this car here, this steering wheel here, moving my camera around. This steering wheel, this came from Loz's. Fantastic little addition to the car. So that gives you a couple of ideas of what they sell. They do all sorts of bits of body work for you, audio work. Great little local company. So happy to give them a plug on the channel, and hope that people that are local will nip up and have a look and use them. But yeah, so that's the plan. They're going off today. We can get them obviously installed as soon as they come back. Usually a fairly quick turnaround from what I'm told. So all good. Having a look at other things in the car that I'm perhaps looking to change. This here, I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned before, this car doesn't have any heater metrics or blowers in it at all. The fans have been taken out. I'm not really going to need them. I'm not going to be driving this car religiously. I plan for it to be trailered, as we've spoken about many times. So I think this may as well go. So I think we should take this panel out and smooth the panel off completely. Whether it means we put something else in there, I mean, we've got the boot pop sat down here that I was always going to screw into the bottom of the glove box or on the shelf somewhere. Whether or not that would be beneficial to go in here, Maybe we do a push button start, you know, mount that in there, I don't know. But that can go. I don't think we need that. This panel here on the dash has always been very scratched. I think one of the previous owners had stuck awful chrome lettering that said Corsa along there. I was going to take this out and retrim it, but a good buddy of mine, Dylan, good old Dylan, he's got a new one of these. You know, he's been good to me. He's gonna either sell it to me or maybe even donate to the cause. I've got some bits for his build that he's doing. He's also got a Corsa B, so hopefully we can come to some arrangement about you know, exchanging that for the old Angel Eyes I've got, because his lenses on his Angel Eyes are, I think they're a little bit tired, a little bit scratched, so I've got them sitting in the box in there, and he's more than welcome to them if he wants them. That's what it's all about in the community, is just swapping bits up and changing them out, and supporting somebody else's build. It's nice to get these old cars back on the road, and even some newer ones, you know, that we haven't seen before. Also, I'm debating with the clocks in the middle of the multifunctional display in the middle of the dash. These guys, I don't know what to do. They don't work. To be honest with you, I don't really need them to work. There's a temperature gauge there, there's the clock, and in the middle there was always the radio display that told you what channel you were on, you know, what station you were listening to. That's not going to be linked up to the car because I haven't used an ISO connector or anything like that, so it's not gonna link over properly. So I might do something with this. I mean, as I say, I know that certain people have obviously taken this out and done different things with screens and all sorts, you know. I mean, I even remember someone mounting this in the dash over here years ago. I don't need it, so there's no point in me moving it. I might think about deleting it completely, or just leave it as is, because on the top there was the snooper. I'm going to keep that in there because that's quite a cool old feature. Whether or not I would trust it working again, you know, picking up speed cameras, probably not. But you know, it's just a cool little addition that sort of nods back to the 90s. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with that in here. You know, I think, as I said before, the headliner, it's got this lovely Vauxhall badge stuck to it, and underneath it is all yellow glue. Horrible colour headliner. I guess the people that created Vauxhall Corsas thought it was a nice colour. I really don't know where people get these ideas from, but you know, we're going to try and get that out over the next week or two to see if I can drop it out and take it to be retrimmed. I need to have a word with the guy that does all those bits and bobs, and see how busy is his availability, and then yeah, on to the next bits for the car. I've been having some thoughts about the scuttle panel. I do have a smooth version of this. Now when I bought it, I thought it was just an aftermarket smooth one that you used to be able to buy quite frequently. When I received it, it's actually one just the same as this that's been smoothed over. Now, as you can see, where the wipers connect, they are kind of recessed here, where the spindle would stick out and these would bolt on. Now my fear is that now it's all been smoothed off, they're not going to fit properly. I think the guy who was going to fit it suggested to me that he was going to go completely wiperless on his car. Well, I don't mind doing that, but this car is going to run around to the body shop and things, so I've got to keep it as legal as possible. I don't want to go completely wiperless, so I'm going to have a play with that and see what we can do and see if we can manufacture it into place. If not, it's going to go to the body shop and have some more work done to it, which I didn't really want to do. I mean, obviously the colour of the car is all different at the moment, you know, but in the past, years ago, a friend of mine smoothed that off, got rid of that little thing. Just silly little bits like that make the car look a little bit different, and you know, you don't see, so I might delete that, smooth that off. I don't know what we're doing with this at the moment. It's bonded on. I mean, it needs to come off. It does leak. The grommets aren't in it. Whoever put it on has literally stuck it on, probably with a ton of silicone, like they did with the last mirrors, what we talked about on the last video. So, you know, this has got to come off. Might damage it in the process, but hey, they're fairly easy to get hold of. Whether I keep that or put something completely different on the vehicle afterwards, I don't know. That's the next thing with that. We've managed to get the other mirror on, so we've got now 2 white matching mirrors finally. As you can see, I've drilled the hole out. I have got some other bits and bobs that I'd like to do to the car at home, but I think one of the next stages is going to be that this vehicle is going to be very close to being sent off to the body shop. There's only a certain amount I can do here. I'm no fabricator, I'm no, you know, body specialist, so I can't really do a lot of the work myself. You know, I'll give the bits on the dash a go, but I'm certainly not going to go to town on the vehicle and start trying to do anything, because I'll probably make it worse and end up costing myself more money in the long run. But yeah, I think, you know, I've got a show coming up that I'm going to take it to. I want to keep it as is for that, and then it may go off to the body shop to have some work done. But the trouble is, once it goes to the body shop, you know, even when they start to try and rectify these bits here, you know, the car's then going to have to sit in primer or something. There's no point in having it all painted white to match this when I'm looking to change the colour of the car. So it'll probably end up having to sit in primer or something like that. And then it's going to look like absolute crap for any further shows. So I don't know, maybe we'll get this season out of the way and then take it to the body shop later in the year and just do internal bits. Let's see, let's just watch this space and see what happens. Hey, in the meantime, thanks for watching, guys. It's you know, I just like to update people with what's going on and what my plans may be. And if you've got any suggestions or anything you'd like to see, then maybe hit me up and we'll consider it. All right, cheers guys, take care.